Welcome one, welcome all to the Funhouse. I am Uncle Salty. This is episode 53, and it's playtime. This is definitely an impromptu show. It is July 24th, 2025, and news has just come out that one of, if not the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, he certainly is the most well-known. Hulk Hogan has died. January 23rd, 1984. It is a date that will forever be remembered by wrestling fans. It was the birth of Hulkamania. From that point on, led by Vince McMahon, the owner of the World Wrestling Federation, Hulk Hogan would become a household name. Wrestling up to that point was a regional sideshow promotion, but with McMahon guiding the company and Hulk Hogan as its crown jewel, it became a pop culture phenomenon. Hulk Hogan headlined 8 of the first 9 WrestleManias. He had a memorable feud with Rowdy Roddy Piper in the Rock and Wrestling era, which kicked off his meteoric rise as well as wrestling itself. Other notable feuds he had were with the likes of Macho Man Randy Savage and the Ultimate Warrior. In 1987 at WrestleMania 3, in front of a crowd of 93,173, he defeated Andre the Giant at the Pontiac Silverdome. For me personally, that was kind of the point where everyone knew Hulk Hogan. Up to that point, wrestling was still on the upswing, and not everyone was really into wrestling, but WrestleMania 3 is where it just completely exploded, and it was absolutely everywhere from that point on. Hulk Hogan was everywhere, starting with a Sports Illustrated cover in 1985, a guest spot on the popular TV show The A-Team. He was on Saturday Night Live, and he even went on to the big screen. So even if you didn't watch wrestling or like wrestling, you certainly knew who Hulk Hogan was. He was colorful, and not just visually with the bright yellow and red colors that he wore, but with his outlandish catchphrases, the 24-inch pythons, and what you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you. He was the quintessential good guy in the cartoon come-to-life WWF, World Wrestling Federation. He, from a wrestling standpoint, is certainly on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling, and one of the greatest attractions that the business will ever see. As a child, I was a wrestling fan, and I was I bought in 100% to the bright colors and the cartoonish presentation of what wrestling was. I knew from an early age that wrestling was fake, but it totally captured my imagination, and Hulk Hogan was the feature attraction of the entire show. Without Hulk Hogan, wrestling may not be as big as it is now. I'm not into wrestling anymore, but certainly I as a child, I absolutely just loved waking up on Saturday mornings and watching wrestling at noon. And as I said earlier, wrestling was everywhere in the 1980s. I got out of wrestling for quite some time, around, I don't know, I'd say, well, before I got into high school. And then wrestling changed from the cartoonish good guy versus bad guy setup that they had, and it turned into a lot edgier viewing. And so as I got into my early 20s, I got back into wrestling, and once again Hulk Hogan was one of the feature attractions when it blossomed again in the late 90s. As a member of the New World Order of Wrestling and the black and white colors, he turned 180 degrees from an all-American good guy to one of the most despised villains that there ever has been in the wrestling business. Definitely, as I said earlier, one of the guys that you, even if you didn't know about wrestling, watch wrestling, like wrestling, you certainly knew who Hulk Hogan was. So everyone out there needs to start training, eating their vitamins, and you need to start saying your damn prayers. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan.